Hey, I'm Devil, aka Yebin, and I've been playing Born Again since the Steam release on December 16, 2023, Day 1, and I'll give you beginner tips for the game. Let's go. Tip number 1. So, you just finished the tutorial. Well, the number one thing you need to learn is actually the bank. So, if you go to the left, okay, and you go inside here, there are two bankers. You just go near them and then press E, or you can just press this button. So this is how you keep items or store items. You can just double click it, or you can just drag and drop it. Now, why do we need to store items? Okay, so if your character dies in the game, you'll also die in real life. No, no. So, if your character dies, you will lose that character permanently, along with all of its items. Okay, so it will be better to store your, your rare items, your backup items, your higher tiered items, so that if your character dies, you will not lose those items. So, yeah, that's why they call it permadeath. Welcome to hell. Tip number 2. Options. So we're not even playing the game yet. So if you press the letter O, or if you click this gear icon on the bottom right, it should show you the options. And by the way, this is how you quit the game. You pull up the options, and then you select the main menu right here. And then on the bottom left, there's your quit button right there. This is also where you can change the server. So make sure to click this button and then select the correct region for your for your server. If you want to see me, just select US East and I'm there. Anyway, I'm gonna show you some settings here. Important settings. So I suggest is for the cursor is to select colored cursors, the one with the colors. I do not really suggest for you to pick these white cursors. It's because in the game there's a lot of white colored bullets, so it will just you will just lose your cursor. So what I suggest is to select these colored cursors. Next one is for the camera follow style. Make sure it is fixed, because if it's set to lerp like this, the camera will lag behind you. You don't want that. You want to see the action immediately, right away. So make sure it is fixed. Okay. Next one is the attack targeting. So for the attack targeting, make sure it's set to the strongest. So for example, if there's an enemy, a bunch of enemies near you, it'll just attack the strongest one. If you're going to use the auto attack. The auto attack, you can just press Y and then it should activate the auto attack. There will be an icon here on the top right. It will show you if it's currently doing the auto attack or not. And oh, this one is important. Next one is the entity GUI. Make sure this one is set to show, because if you hide it like that, you will not see your health bar. Okay, your health bar right here is super important, so make sure it is set to show like that. Okay, and also enemy health bars. And the last one is the opacity. So opacity is this will make the other players' characters fade out. Why do you want that? It's because so that you will be able to see the enemy much more clear. There's less visual noise. You will see their bullets. And right now I'm going to show you 3 different opacity settings. You can just play with the settings yourself, but here are some examples. Tip number 3, leveling up. So, we're about to play the game. Okay, so you might be asking, hey, why do we need to level up? Well, that's how you get stronger. As you can see here on the bottom right, we don't have good stats. Not at all. So later, I'm going to go ahead and show you a comparison between low-level player stats and a high-level player stats. Okay, you might be asking, hey, itching to play this game. How do we play this game? Well, what you need to do is to find one of these gates. It's not hard to find them. Walk right to it, and then either hit the E button or press this button right here, and then it should teleport you to the realm. Alright, so here we go. We're in the realm. We're, this is where we play the game. Okay, so I'm just going to teach you a very important thing here. It's your inventory. So if you look at the bottom right corner of the screen, and if you press the I button, it should show you the inventory. Press it again, and then it will hide it. You can also press the bag button right here, or the backpack button, to show it and then to hide it. Now, if you're lazy and you don't want to find the I button, or you don't want to press this button right here, then what you can do is to press the tab button. So if you press the tab button, it should show you the inventory. Press it again, and then it will cycle through the other window. So for example, this is a stats window. Press tab again. It should show you a list of players near you, and then press tab again to hide the inventory. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to teach you is the abilities or the skills. So if you can see here on the bottom right, your sword does have a hotkey for it. So for the weapon, it's the default key is the space. For your ability, hotkey is Q, and for the boots skill, it's the letter E. So it's important to distinguish between like a weapon ability or a weapon skill versus like an ability, and then the boots ability or skill. So to use your skills, you just press and hold the space. Okay, let's start with the weapon first. Press and hold the space bar, and then aim the weapon. Okay, once you're ready to attack, just let go of the button and it should attack. Same thing with your ability, the letter Q. Press and hold, aim your bomb. Okay, and then let it go. Once you're ready to fire it. And same with your letter E. Press and hold. If you're good, let go, and it should jump. So I had to change realm because the previous realm closed on us. But okay, I'm going to tell you more about leveling up. So this is super important. This is how you level up quick. So right now, we're on an outpost. If you just go outside the outpost, it should show you a quest board. So just walk right up to it, and then it should show you the things that you need to kill and the rewards. So the rewards are 200 XP plus a better weapon. So our starter weapon is bad. Rusty sword, 20 to 50 damage. Great slash is 130 damage. But if you look at the bronze sword, much more stronger auto attack, and then a much more higher or stronger skill, a great slash. Okay, so what you need to do is to just press E or accept it, and then it should show you the quest window here. So quest window will show you the objectives and then the rewards. To hide it, just click on it. To show it, click on it again, or you can press the T button to hide it. Press the T button again to show it. Okay, so next thing you need to learn is the quest marker. It should show you on where you need to go next. So for example, if you go here, it should show you the Oni brute that we need to kill. So we need to kill 2 of those Oni brute. Now don't forget to use your skill. There we go. Okay, let's kill 1 more right here. The good thing about these quest boards is it's close to the place that we need to go to, you know. So let's go ahead and go here. Use your skill, the bomb. Okay. All right. And then okay. Now every time you have your ability available, don't forget to use them. But you need to be smart about it. You don't want to like dive onto like tons of enemies, you know. And you can also use your sword ability to escape. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill this T1 boss. Is the weakest, you know, weaker boss. Okay, so use your skill, bomb. There we go. Yeah, you need to learn how to dodge. Use your skill or ability. There we go. Don't forget those. And you should be dead. Okay. Every time you hear that sound, like dun, the drum sound, that means you level up. Leveling up will restore all of your HP back. So that's a good thing. Then as you can see, it dropped what we call a blessing. Okay, it says here blessing of the... I'm gonna tell you more later about the blessing, but every time you get a blessing, like a different blessing, don't forget to take it. Okay. All right. So finishing the quest will automatically wear that that equipment for you, and it remove the previous bad equipment. So as you can see, now we're using the bronze sword instead of the rusty sword. It will automatically equip it for you. Now the good thing with the quests is that you can go ahead and spam the quests. So we can go back to it, all right, and accept it again. This time it does have a different reward, a better equipment. You also need to learn about the quest tiers. The lowest level or the lowest tier of quests are always near the near the outposts. As you can see here, we're near we're on the outpost. So these are low level quest tiers. Only gives like a low amount of XP. If you go out further, let's see. There we go. So if you go out further, it should give you a higher tier of quest. Now this is a tier 3 quest because the first tier is 200 XP, tier 2 is 400 XP, and then tier 3 quest gives 600 XP. Tier 4 quest gives 1000 XP. And so this is a tier 3 quest. We can go ahead and accept it, and it'll be much more tougher. So I'll show you. Okay, let's forget to use your ability, and then the bomb. Okay, it's good that we have another player. Now, you will see things like this. Fruits. Fruits are like quick potions or the quick healing consumables. So if you see a fruit, don't forget to pick it up. Alright, let's kill this. If you hover over the fruits, it should show you how much HP they heal. So Apple will heal for 70, orange will heal for 80, and so on. Alright, sometimes there are no bosses near you. You know, if you press the M button, it should show you the nearest available boss. So we're here, that blue icon right there. That's us. This is the boss. So what you can do is to teleport near a boss and then follow the quest marker. Alright, so we're here. Let's go ahead and kill this much more tougher T1 boss. So don't forget to use your ability. That's the Q button. And then your sword skill. And of course, you need to be smarter on how you use the ability. Okay, use the bomb. Learn how to dodge. Maybe learn the patterns. If you're low on health, just go ahead and press the hotkey underneath that fruit. So for the apple, that's 1. I'm gonna tell you more about that one later. Let's just kill this first. Okay, dodge. You need to learn how to dodge in this game. And you should be dead. There we go. So that's a blessing. Don't forget to pick that up. You can just double click it. Okay, to get it. And then maybe if you would like to play a different character later, you can just simply get that so that we can store it in the bank later. Alright, so the good thing with tier 3 quests is that you can spam this quest so that you can get to like level 21. You know, this one will give us a better robe. So our current robe is just 5 defense. This one gives out 7 defense plus 4% attack speed. So let's accept it. It's it's the only quest you need, really. The tier 3 quests. I mean, if you can do like a tier 4 quest that fast, if you can keep on repeating it, then yeah, that's good too. But all you need is a tier 3 quest. Repeat it until you get to level 21. So right now, I'm just going to play a montage of me repeating these quests over and over. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you the drops that I will get. So here we go. Okay, I nearly forgot about this one, but let's talk about Boots' skills and your weapon skills. So we're talking about like just traversing the realm. Sometimes there are places where it's hard to reach, or you would like to take a shortcut. For example, like this. How do we get to the other side? You know, it's blocked like that. Sometimes there are ledges. Sometimes there are walls. There are 2 things you can do. The first one is to actually use your boots skill. So if you press and hold E, you can just go ahead and you know, go over it like that. And then the next one is the weapon skill. Some weapon skill will allow you to do that. Like for example, the default skill of the warrior, you can go ahead and go through that. Sometimes your ability will also let you go over things. Like for example, Shaolin with a firework, you can go ahead and go through or go over walls and ledges. So yeah, there's that. Now, we got all of these items. You're now level 21. Let's go back to the main hub by pressing the B button. So the B button again is your escape button. You may also use it to escape death. So for example, if you're about to die, and just press the B button, and it should return you back to the hub, so that you can regen health. And you can also use a B button if you think the fight is unwinnable. But mind you, there's a 2-second delay there. So let's press the button, and there's like a 1 to 2 second delay. So all right. So now we're in the bank. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep the blessing that we received. Okay, some items here for samurai. A better skill, shuriken skill. Okay, a backup boots. So if we lose this fur boots, we have a backup, so that's good. And then amulets. Let's keep those. Trash items, we go ahead and drop him. So now you're level 21, and then you're asking, what do I need to do next? Tip number 4, blessings. So you're already level 21, but you wanted to get more stronger, tougher. What do? We got the blessing system. So what's a blessing, you may ask? Remember earlier when I told you to keep the blessings you will get? Well, this is it. Blessings are passive buffs. So we have a wiki for this game, and for the wiki link, I'm going to put it on the description. So let's scroll down, and then let's go to the blessing section. Okay, so this wiki section is outdated. Okay, the game updated like a few days ago, so they're still updating the whole wiki. But that's fine, because this page will show us the effect of each blessings have. Okay, so for example, the monkey blessing, it will give you a 25% faster boot cooldown. Now that's for unmaxed. Okay, so if you max the this blessing, it'll give you 50% faster boot cooldown. And mind you, this is only for the boots, not for your ability and not for your weapon skill cooldown. Okay, next one is the rabbit. It will give you a speedy buff. So a speedy buff is just movement speed. Alright, and for the snake, it'll give you an invisibility effect, meaning if you kill an enemy, your character will go invisible, and then the enemies won't be able to detect you and attack. Okay, plus it'll also give you a speedy buff. Okay, for the next blessings, for the crab, it'll give you armored. So armored just means plus 50% of your defense. Okay, and for the yak, it's plus 10% block chance. Block chance just means you'll not receive any damage at all. Okay, next blessings are, okay, so the fox. So for the fox, it says here fury. That's just attack speed. And true damage chance for mantis. True damage chance just means you will ignore the enemy's armor. Okay, for the ram, it's ability cooldowns. So you will get a 20% faster ability cooldown. Now this is only for your ability, not for your boots, not for your weapons. Next blessings are, okay, bull, boar, gorilla. So these blessings, and yes, enemies in the game can stun you, daze you, charm, knock back, root, or slowed. So for the boar and gorilla, their effect just means you will recover faster from those negative effects. Next blessings are, okay, for the dragon is critical strike chance, lion is empowered. Empowered means an attack boost, okay? Weapon cooldowns just means attack speed. And for the green blessings, these are self-explanatory. Now, I'm going to tell you on where you can get all of these blessings from, like what bosses. But first, let's talk about locations. Okay, there are 3 realms in the game. That's the snow realm, the desert realm, and the lava realm. Actually, that's not their official name. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the official name, but come on, man. Everybody knows the lava map. If you just say it's the lava map, you know, there's only one lava map right there. You know, desert map. Yeah, everybody knows the desert map. And well, the snow area. Some people call it peaks or the forest area, but you know, there's that. So, how do you tell them apart without entering the realm? Well, just by looking at the gates. So this is the snow forest realm. If you see a bamboo, then that means that's a forest. You know, it's a foresty looking gate. You know, that's a snow area, the forest area. So this is the lava gate. If you see you know, a healthy mushroom growing swampy looking thing, then yeah, that's a lava area. And if it doesn't have any bamboo or any healthy mushroom growing on its side, then that's the desert area. So we're going to talk about on where you can get these blessings from. But you need to remember this. Only tier 1 and tier 2 bosses drops blessings. Now fortunately for us, we have a Discord user named IGN who already created a list of blessing drops. Shout out to IGN Okay, so I've actually improved on the list. Now it's a quick guide. You can pause the video. In blessing alphabetical order, snow boss locations, lava boss locations, desert boss locations. Alright, time to upgrade your blessings. So to upgrade a blessing, your crystal color needs to be the same color as your blessing. So for example, to upgrade a red blessing, you need a red crystal. Yellow blessing, you need a yellow crystal, and so on. To upgrade a blessing, double-click a crystal. Hover your mouse over a blessing to see how much more crystals do you need to max out the blessing. It takes 20 crystals to fully upgrade a blessing. To remove a blessing, click on the blessing and then click remove. Now mind you, you will not get the blessing and those crystals back. And double-click a blessing to use it. At the start, you only have 4 blessing slots. To increase it, you need to go to Lord Hammurabi's Sanctum, home of the game's main boss. So how to reach it? You go to a realm and wait for the nighttime. Nighttime means Lord Hammurabi is close. So the more T3 bosses the players defeats, the more the day will progress. If players defeats enough of T3 bosses, all players in the realm will get teleported automatically to the Sanctum. And there he is. Now you guys need to defeat Hammurabi. But for you, since you're a new player, trying to learn the attack patterns, or try to practice dodging, just only dodging bullets, or You can just stand there in the sidelines and wait for the fight to finish. After defeating him, the guy that we need will spawn in the middle. That's Yaga. He's the one that will increase our blessing slots. Walk up to him and click accept to reset your character. By resetting, you will be back to level 1. But you will receive plus 25 honor points, and you will also have plus 2 additional blessing slots. Get back to level 21 and do it again to receive the last 2 blessing slots. 8 blessing slots is the maximum. Okay, few things about blessings. Blessing order matters in terms of upgrading it. It will upgrade the blessing of that color from left to right. So for example, I want to upgrade my yellow blessing. If I use a yellow crystal, which one will get upgraded first? It's the leftmost yellow blessing. And once that blessing is maxed out, then it will upgrade and max out the next yellow blessing, and so on. So make sure to put the blessing you would like to get maxed out first to the leftmost side. Last one is no duplicate blessings. No, you cannot have 2 ram blessings or 3 ram blessings to spam your abilities. Nope, not gonna happen. Now let's talk about crystals real quick. Where do you get crystals? From these. Lord Hammurabi always drops 1 crystal and sometimes drops an additional crystal. That's right, there's a chance for him to drop 2 crystals at the same time. Tier 3 bosses always drops 1 crystal. Tier 2 bosses sometimes drops 1 crystal. Tier 3 mobs rarely drops 1 crystal. And yes, all of them drops random crystal colors. Remember, I've created the boss location guide, so feel free to pause this video. What do I do with crystals that I don't need? Don't throw them away yet. We're going to talk about crystal tiers and trading. Red crystal is the most sought after out of all crystals. It's because people would like to deal high damage, and so they would get 2 to 3 red blessings, and that's 40 to 60 red crystals instantly. So a lot of people need it. Next tier are black, yellow, orange, and blue crystals. People usually needs 1 to 2 blessings from each color, so in average, they will need 20 crystals from each color. And the last tier is the green crystal. People usually get 0 to 1 green blessing, so it's the least popular blessing. So about crystal trading, for black, yellow, orange, and blue crystals, you can trade them with each other in a 1-to-1 ratio. For example, 1 black crystal for 1 yellow crystal, or 1 blue crystal for 1 orange crystal, and so on. If you're going to use those 4 crystals to trade for a red crystal, usually the ratio is 2 to 1. For example, 2 orange crystals for 1 red crystal, but sometimes people will accept 1-to-1 ratio. For green crystal to the other colored crystals, the ratio is 2 to 1. But if it's green crystal to the red crystal, the ratio is 3 to 1. Now I know this is a guide video, but don't set this crystal exchange guide in stone. These are just my observations, experiences. There are people that will need different things. So some people will trade crystals, any crystals, for 1-to-1 ratio. So there's that. Don't throw away your red crystals yet. You can actually trade them for hats, epic items, decent rare items, and mythics. I've seen people sell epic items for 10 to 20 red crystals. That is nice. I've also seen people trade 20 red crystals for rare phoenix boots. That's a good trade. For mythics, you might need 30 to 60 red crystals. The higher tiered mythics are more expensive. By the way, you can stack crystals up to 5. So if you fill out your inventory with stacked crystals, you will be able to hold 50 crystals. Be careful on trading more than 50 crystals because you will need to trade 2 times for that. you can get scammed. I suggest not to do it, or maybe trade crystals plus a rare item or a lower tiered mythic item. Experiment with your blessings. Don't follow other people's builds. Build the right blessings for your playstyle and not other people's playstyle. Whoa, you guys got lucky. Just today, a player named Javri created this masterpiece of boss loot and locations. You can pause the video. Shout out to Javri. Now let's talk about your favorite topic. Tip number 5, getting items. I'm gonna show you the tier of items first in order of rarity. Common, uncommon, epic, rare, mythic, exalted, and then the new items on Monday, July 15, ancestral. And lastly, limited items that are only available from the events. So, how do you get items? The easiest and the quickest way is by staying inside the bank. People will always drop their items there that they don't need. Or hang out with people who kills tier 3 bosses. Aside from items, players will also sometimes drop crystals that they don't need. How to find out which T3 boss they're killing right now. Pull up the map and find bunched up players that moves in circles. That's a tier 3 boss. An underrated way of getting items are farming tier 1 bosses. People think about mythic items right away and they skip tier 1 bosses. It takes time for mythic items to drop. Tier 1 bosses are easy to kill. There's a lot of them, so they're easy to farm, and rare items does good damage. Example rare items that are good for warrior class, which is the class you've started with, is the Kobukin Club from the Kobukin King, and the head of the Hydra from the Hydras. Usually, us experienced or veteran players will give out good items for free if we see a new player. It actually happened to me while I was recording the very first scene. An experienced player gave out an obsidian sword for free. Shout out to that guy, and please don't beg for items. And lastly, you can trade items with experienced or your fellow new players. The safest items to trade are the Jade items, aka Epic items, aka Majesty, aka Tops. You can trade any Epic items for any other Epic items. Epic items is all you really need. More on this later. So how do you sell and trade in-game? So on the chat box, you type T for trading and then the greater than sign, and then the item you're trying to sell, for, and then the item you're looking for. And then hit enter, and there we go. So how do you trade with other players? So you go near the player you would like to trade with, and then you either press this button to show the player list, or you can just hit tab, tab, and tab again to show the players near you. And then click the player, and then click trade. And then last one you can do is to open your chat box, type in /trade, and then the name of the player you would like to trade with, and then hit enter. Tip number 6. Honor and Medallions. What is honor? Honor is used for expanding the bank or storage space. It is used for unlocking character slots, unlocking other classes, for purchasing hats in the cosmetic shop, and can also be used for purchasing items and hats in the honor shop. On the top right, that's your available honor points you can spend. On the top left is your future honor points, meaning you will not be able to use those points right now. If you would like to claim those points to be able to use them, then your character needs to die. It's the only way as of making this video. We're lucky because IGN Kick again compiled something nice. It's all of the things you can unlock with honor points. Shout out to him. So I've cleaned it. You cannot unlock things forever with honor points. Once you reach the limit, you will need to spend medallions instead. And yeah, you can pause here. So what does a bank look like when you purchase it all with honor points? This. The whole bank screen. 7 rows plus 1 more row on the bottom for a total of 80 slots. That's Rose Fated's bank. He got more storage, but you know. So how do you farm honor points? Well, I don't suggest you farm honor points yet. Only do that once you have decent items and all of your blessings are maxed out. But for future reference, the main way to get honor points efficiently is by killing tier 3 bosses and Hammurabi. That's it. If you're not lazy and would like to increase your honor points production, you can kill tier 2 bosses or tier 3 mobs while you wait for the tier 3 boss to spawn, and then reset your character every after Hammurabi. Let's talk about medallions. Medallions are used for unlocking bank slots, character slots, and classes. They're also used for making your hands permanent by using it in the wardrobe. And for purchasing bundles. You can only get medallions by purchasing them with real-life money. Main gameplay loop. Pause the video if you need. So this is what your game loop should look like. If you've finished a loop, then go to the next loop. Basically, that's the whole game as of now, farming honor points and bosses to get cool items. Okay, finally, the most important part of the video. Like, you can forget all of the things I've said about stuff, but not these important advices. I'm going to talk about damage being overrated and FOMO, or fear of missing out. They go hand in hand. We have a player named Kasawari who gave us a great quote, damage is overrated. I mean, who doesn't want to get stronger, huh? Everybody has at least one red blessing, everybody wants red crystals. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I know we just talked about items, mythic, exalted, whatever, but all you really need are epic items. They're the main equipments in the game. I know it's hard to believe right now, but why do you think the developer made the mythics, exalteds have different abilities? They make you play riskier, and most of them have drawbacks, so that they will not get significantly stronger than the epic items. Epic items are the main equipments in the game. This is why the developer made the mythics, exalteds as a side grade to them. Exalted items can be much more stronger than epic items only if you play them to their full potential. Meaning, you need to play riskier by getting much more closer to the boss while always using the weapon's abilities. If the developer wanted to make those items stronger than epic, he would have done it a long time ago. You know, removing drawbacks, increasing damage further, etc. And this is where the fear of missing out comes in. You see other people with mythic items, you think to yourself, hey, I think I need those. No, you don't. You see people with exalted items, you think you need them. No. No, you don't. People agree that the exalted staff is weak. But why is there a lot of people that still uses them? Because it looks cool. If you would like to look powerful or feel powerful, then that's fine. There's no problem with that. But you don't need them in terms of damage. If the developer removed the drawbacks of the exalted staff, it's gonna get much more stronger than the epic staff. And by the way, the exalted staff is the most quote-unquote expensive, artificially inflated item in the game, with a price tag of 30 to 40 plus quote-unquote MV or mythic value. More on this later. I've seen characters recently die using an exalted sword, all because you need to play riskier and closer to the enemies. If you're using exalted weapons but not using their abilities, then it's just a weaker and slower epic item. Epic items doesn't have a decrease on their attack speed. Just put all 3 red blessings on and you're gonna deal much more damage than those people with exalted items. You're not missing out on anything. FOMO also happens with limited items and cosmetics. Obviously, again, you don't need them. Developers said they're gonna come back. There are no true exclusive items in the game yet. So again, you're really not missing out on anything. Let's stop talking about FOMO. I think you already got the point. Important topic number 2. The market inflation. Oh boy, it's gonna get gross in here. I'm going to give you all of the advices now. Trade with your fellow new players that you see everyday grinding. Both of you will need the items, not from those greedy people, not from the veterans nor experienced players trying to make you overpay. Next advice is, if you're going to trade for something, make sure to only trade one equivalent item for it. If you pay 2 or more items, then you're overpaying. We know they're rare, but the item isn't from a dangerous raid boss where it takes 1 to 2 hours to kill. And my last advice is, the only way for you to truly win against whatever is happening with the market right now is by getting the items yourself. These are easy bosses to defeat. A few months ago, you can trade 1 Mythic for 1 Mythic. Now, everything is about overpaying. I'm talking about 3 to 4 Mythics. We have inflation, and then we have greedy people, which is a bad mix that took advantage of it and manipulated the market. They dictated the prices by creating the quote-unquote price guide instead of fighting against inflation. And then they made the quote-unquote MV or mythic value. Like what? These are things they made to make you overpay. Oh, but the worst thing here is people followed the price guide. When talking about inflation, most people are in favor of lowering the drop rates. Some people are not in favor, and the thread got heated. I don't think the developer is going to change the drop rates based on what he's doing and the design of the game. Everything is a side grade to the Jade equipment. The new sword is a side grade. The upcoming Jade and Sapphire swords have the same damage as the Jade, but with an alternative ability, which is already in the game by the way, but without the special ability. He's not going to lower the drop chance because he would like players to have different playstyles via different mythic items. The item sync he's planning is by making the players die, by making the bosses tougher, which is nice, and possibly lowering all classes' max HP while not increasing enemies' damage is also nice. Players need to die more. Everybody has everything. The market needs to move. So we might be in a better place in the future. Who knows? Anyway, just get the items yourself. You know, trade with your fellow new players. Jade items are all you need. Don't get hit with FOMO, and have fun. Alright, that's it for me. Like the video if it helped you. See me on the USE server and say hi. There's an exclusive bonus clip coming right up. It's me playing a new playstyle of Shinobi. It's not important. You may now end the video. See ya. Alright, so this is exclusive gameplay right here. This is the first time you will see something like this. I started to play like this since July 6th. Oh, by the way, that's Juix, the owner and the developer of the game. Okay, let's put it down. The buffs. Aim your banana heal. I'm the buffer healer. Everybody keeps healing now with the recent healing banana meta. They usually use skull bombs or the healing lotus, sometimes gong, but nobody is buffing. Literally nobody is using Tico, period. People just throw Tico away. If I deploy the buff, first pellet is regen, second pellet is strength up, third pellet is armor. Just catch 1 pellet for each, and you're golden. Okay, let's put it down again on the middle of the crowd. Aim the heals. That's the buffer healer gameplay. With the recent nerf on all healing, you might appreciate my regeneration buffs more. There we go, I typed it. Thank you for watching. While Mouster is shouting at the people. Special thanks to Mosshead for giving me a free banana weapon. Special thanks to Mouster for inspiring me to use banana and popularizing it. And by the way, Mouster does this ritual every day at the lava place where he spins the banana while dipping in the lava. And when he's low in health, he'll pop the skull bombs and the banana on himself. Thank you, Mao. See us in action in the USE server. Bye.